Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. So sorry I'm late. Technical difficulties this afternoon. Oh my lord, I tried to log in to my Switcher program and Facebook was not connected with it, which I have no idea why. But anyway, it's under control now, so I'm sure we're going to be okay. So hello everybody, how are you? Please jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I love chatting with people while I craft. I'm just going to see if I can find myself on here. There I am. Just so I can see your comments. I'm trying to see comments as we go along. Okay, so I can see I've got 10 people on. Hello everyone. And I'm sorry, I've been missing in action. Hey Margaret, hey Carol, how are you going? I've just been missing in action. I've been setting up my new craft area. I've just been swamped with lots and lots of things. Hey Merle, hey Chrissy, hey Christy, how you going? So I've been swamped with lots and lots of things, but I'm getting under control now and having a lovely fun time. So I'm going to use some of the new holiday products today because you all know that we've got probably about 2 weeks until our holiday catalogue goes live. And I can tell you, we have some awesome products. I must admit, I think, hey Doris, how you going? I think that the holiday catalogue has to be my most favorite catalogue of the year. It always is, always has been. And I actually love crafting at Christmas because I think Christmas crafting is probably one of the most fun times to craft. I know that's actually what got me into crafting was Christmas crafting right at the very beginning. I used to love making Christmas cards and things. So I think it's actually, hey Leanne, how you going? Hey Deborah, how you going? You're watching from an apartment on the Gold Coast today, 26 floors up, wow. I bet you've got a beautiful view. Hey Michelle, how you going? So hopefully this is a new setup, so hopefully it's all going to work okay. So please let me know how it goes. But I'm going to do some fun things. I'm focusing on one set. I'm doing a couple of different things, but I'm focusing mainly on one set. I've got one set that I absolutely love in the new catalogue, and I'm focusing a lot on it. A little bit of info just before we get started. So one thing is we've got the awesome joining special at the moment and we've only got 2 weeks left. So if you've been thinking about joining Stamping Up, now is the time to do it. You get an extra $45 worth of product to choose from instead of the usual. And you also get a $16 voucher. So the $16 voucher is fantastic. You get to use it the following month. So you'll get to use it next month. And it's really, really handy that when you've got your starter kit, then you decide that you've got a few more things on your wish list and you think, oh, I want to place an order. And that's when you get to place your awesome demonstrator order and get your 20% discount. Now, you can join totally, wholly and solely just to get the discount. Hey Matthew, how you going? And it's an awesome deal. You get to choose $280 worth of product for only $169. It gets delivered to your door, freight free. And most people that I know that have been joining lately, their starter kits have been arriving in a couple of days. So it's exciting. So if you want to get started, please feel free to jump on over to my website, stampingwithdonnag.com, click on the Join Now tab, read all about the special, read all about the bonuses of being part of Stamping Up. And one of the awesome things is we've all registered for Onstage this morning. So there's quite a few of us that have registered for Onstage and it's going to be, hey Sammy Joe, hey Sonia, how you going? Thanks for joining everyone. That's awesome that I've got quite a lot of people on. Obviously I've been missing in action, so it's nice to know that you still know that I exist and that I'm around. So I do apologize for being missing in action. But you know, as you can see, I've got a brand new craft area. And it looks a little bit different in my live videos, but I can tell you when it comes to doing my classes, it is perfect because I've got everything at my fingertips for my classes instead of having to duck inside to my craft room all the time if I've forgotten to put something out. Hey Christy, how you going? You're going to on stage, woohoo! Is that your first on stage, Christy, or have you been before? Hey Wendy, how you going? Hey Margaret. You will see me there, Christy, you will. Please come up and say hello. If you see me, please come up and introduce yourself to me and say hello, because I love chatting with new people and meeting new people. So you know what? Let's get started. You want to get into the crafting, don't you? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip you down now to my desk. Okay, now you may remember we had the waterfront stamp set, and I can tell you it was one of the most popular stamp sets out of the catalogue. Oh, it's your first, Christy. You'll totally enjoy it. I'm telling you, you will love it. It wasn't just you missing me, Donna. That's nice. Hey, Donna, how you going? Thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm going to do a just a black and grey card today with the snow front. It's really like, I have seen some coloured cards done like this, but I really feel like when it comes to snow, you think of that bright white snow, because I absolutely love snow. I wish we had a white Christmas here, I can tell you. I absolutely love snow and I love going snow skiing. So what I thought I would do is bring you a quick card just using some grey ink. So I'm going to use basic grey, smoky slate and Memento tuxedo black ink, and that is it on this card, but you will see how striking it turns out. So so please sit back and enjoy some crafting. So I've got a piece of Whisper White cut. Now this is cut at 5 1/4 inches this way by 3 1/2 inches this way. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to start with, as you can see, I'm going to leave the snow front stamp set here. As you can see, we've got this beautiful mountains here. So I'm going to start with that stamp to start off with. And I'm going to use the basic grey. Thanks for joining. Hey Wendy, hey Carol, how you going? Hey Chrissy, obviously Chrissy's on because Chrissy's sharing. You seen a beautiful gift wrap using the stamp set the other day. Sounds interesting, Sammy. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to stamp a set of mountains across the piece of cardstock that I have here. Look at that. Isn't that just fantastic? That's with one stamp. This stamp does it all for us. So I'm just going to line them up across. I'm going to pop one up there. I'm going to pop another one in the middle here because I want the mountains to go up. And another one there. And I'm going to stamp off and put one in the distance over there. Okay, so you can see even just by that, we've got a row of mountains. Looks stunning already. Now in this, it's got this beautiful row of trees. So I decided I wanted the trees to really stand out. So I'm actually going to do the trees in Memento black ink. Hey Karen, how you going? Thanks for joining. So I'm going to bring in my Memento ink and I'm going to ink up that row of trees. Okay, and I'm just going to pop that row of trees along this edge here. Okay, and I also want some more trees through here, and I might even pop a few more just down through there. Okay, so we've got a nice tree edge here. Now what you can see here, we've got some edges here that are sort of not going to anywhere. There's this magnificent stamp in here. There's a couple of them, but I'm just going to use the small one. So there is this one here, but there's also this one here. So if you wanted to create a fair bit of land across there, like you could actually use the bigger one. I'm just going to use the small one and I'm just going to fill in areas where I think I need some of that land. You can turn it around and get it to stamp. And honestly, the thing is, you've got to let your imagination go wild with this stamp set because it was a little bit like the waterfront. Everybody was a little bit scared to use it, but I can tell you, when you get in and you use it, there's nothing to be scared of. You just got to create and just keep building with the stamps. So I wanted to get like a darker land edge across there. Hey Christine, how you going? Okay. So I'm going to pop the lid back on my memento. Now, there's another stamp that is this scrolly stamp here. So I'm actually going to bring in the smoky slate because I wanted this to be quite light. So I want it to look a little bit like snow. So I'm just going to stamp that one down through here. So as you can see, it looks a little bit like snow mounds. Okay, I'm going to pop a little bit over on that side there. And I'm also going to pop another little bit just over this way here. And now I'm going to use the cute little house that we have, and I'm going to use that with the basic grey again because I want it to look fairly dark. And we've got a cute little snowman that we can use as well. So I'm just going to ink up my little house in the basic grey, and I just want it to sit here on the, hello Anne. Can everybody say hello to Anne for me? Anne's just jumped on. You're loving the Snowfront stamp set, Matthew? I can tell you it is really, really super cute. So I'm going to stamp my little house just down the bottom here, like so. And I'm going to also stamp the little snowman. And I'm going to stamp him up here. He's going to be sitting up here on, isn't he cute? He is so super cute. He's probably pretty big compared to the house, but hey, I think he looks super cute anyway. All right, now, you may have noticed when I grabbed everything out that I had the Still Scenes bundle out. And I will do, I'm not doing a card with this today, but I'm going to use the Season's Greetings on here because I just thought that looked really, really fantastic with this card. And I'm going to use my Memento black ink and stamp the sentiment on here. So I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm just going to stamp that down on this snow section down here. Season's Greetings. Okay. So that's looking super, super cute already. And as you can see, hey Patty, how you going? As you can see, I'm not using a lot of colors. Hey Leanne, thanks for joining. I'm not using a lot of colors or anything like that, but we've got a beautiful scene. Honestly, the stamp set does it for you. We don't have to do much. The stamp set does it all. The only thing you've got to do is just let your imagination go. And I know that with the waterfront, what I did with my class members, I actually got them to check out some landscape pictures. And from those landscape pictures, use your stamp set to then recreate the landscape. So then I'm going to mount that onto a basic grey layer. Okay, so you can see it brings it out with that basic grey. So I'm just going to use my Tombow. Oh, Anne's saying it's nice of me to say hi to her. One of these days I'm going to learn sign language so I can sign language to Anne to say hello. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that onto our basic grey, just like that. And then I'm going to fold over, I've got a piece of smoky slate cardstock. I'll take that out of the way. We don't need our scrap bit of paper anymore. So I've got some smoky slate cardstock, so I'm just going to fold that in half. Now that cardstock is my usual size that I always do. It is 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches folded in half, which gives me a 4 inch by 5 3/4 inch card front. And I'm just going to crease that with my bone folder. Okay, now I'm going to use some dimensionals and pop up that on the front. Oh, I have some here already getting used. Now don't be scared to pop quite a few dimensionals on here. You'll probably freak out when you see how many I use, but I like it to stay nice and solid. I don't want it to sag. Like if we're going to send this through the post, We don't want it sagging in the middle. Okay, so some dimensionals there. Hello, Catherine from Dallas, Texas. How you going? Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoy my crafting this afternoon. Haven't been on for a while, so it's actually nice to get back into the swing of things. I will be back as usual every Tuesday at 1 p.m. I just had major renovations happening, which took me away from doing my lovely live craft session that I always spend with you every Tuesday. So I'm just going to mount that onto my smoky slate base. Now I looked at that and I thought, that's really, really pretty, but it needs something a little bit more, just a little bit of bling. So of course, what do we use for bling? Wink of Stella. So what I did was I used Wink of Stella on all of my mountains. Now remember, your Wink of Stella will move some of your ink, so be careful where you're going with your Wink of Stella, because it will shift your ink. Okay, so I did my mountains. I also did my little house. And I did my little snowman because I think he needed some shimmer. And then just here where we've got our little snow area, I just did a little bit on that. And you can see it just finishes that card and makes it look fantastic. So I'm just going to see if we can get the light. Sorry, there you go. Look at that glimmer and shine. Isn't that simply stunning? So it just finishes it off and gives it that little bit of bling. So that was my sample one, and that was the one. So I actually did do my mountains a little bit higher up on this one compared to this one. So as you can see, none of these cards ever look the same. No two cards ever look the same. Can someone tell Anne that that was Wink of Stella that I just used? I don't know what oh, here it is. Tell someone just type into the comments and say Wink of Stella, Anne, is the pen. Thank you. Yes, it would look very pretty on vellum. Correct. Very. Okay, so that is my first card. Oh, actually, do you know what? I was going to stamp a little bit on the inside as well, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to stamp, because we need to see the inserts, don't we? I'm just going to do a smaller version of what we've done on the front for the inside. So I'm just going to do a couple of mountains. I'm going to do some tuxedo black. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Margaret, for telling Anne. Some trees. I might even do some trees up further. Okay, and I think that will be fine for the insert, because you just need to bring the outside of the card to the inside. So as you can see, these cards, doing them just in similar tones is quite striking. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that to the inside. And you could probably pop, like if you wanted to do a matching envelope, you could probably pop just some trees on the corner of your envelope. Just gonna be careful not to touch that. I don't want to smudge that black ink. Memento ink and I don't get along sometimes. So there you go. Super cute, easy card. All right, and that's using the Snowfront stamp set. And I do believe that it's going to be a very popular stamp set in the catalogue. Who thinks that they may put this on their wish list? Okay, so we'll move right along. I'll pop those cards there so we can bring them back at the end. Okay, I'm going to pop all that into my basket so I can clean all that up later. And I don't need those inks. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to do, okay, yeah, I'm going to do these ones. Okay, so this is my favorite stamp set at the moment. It's called Frosted Foliage. Now, who looked at the designer series paper that goes with this and thought, oh my lord, that paper is just stunning. I will bring some of the paper in so you can see. Okay, so the paper is simply stunning. Hey Kylie, how you going? Oh, you're here and you were watching another live. Okay, so does that mean that you've switched to my live? I feel privileged. Okay, so this paper is simply stunning. I'll move all that aside because I've got a few cards organized for that. Okay, so we have gorgeous silvers on one side. So silver foil, it is simply stunning. There's so many different pieces of designer series paper in this. It's stunning. And the wow factor is when you turn it over, we have these gorgeous layers as well. So just the designer series paper alone in this is simply stunning. I can tell you it is simply stunning designer series paper. So has this gorgeous stamp set, and I think one of the my favorite here is this snowflake spray. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do a couple of different cards with this set. The first card that I'm going to do is it's a color I absolutely love, and it is our gorgeous Blackberry Bliss. Now it has this gorgeous framelit that we have. So we have, oh, the framelet's over the other side. I'll grab it. We have a framelit that is stunning. Okay, so that's what I've cut out with the Blackberry Bliss. Now you can have the framelit that you can have the solid part, or you can actually have, are you mirror stamping with watercolor stamped images? Wow, that sounds fantastic. Okay, so you can have it with the center not cut out, or you can use this gorgeous framelit that goes with it, and you can cut the center out and you can have it like a frame as well. So on this card, I'm actually not going to cut the center out. I'm actually going to use it full and solid on this card. But it is a super, super cute set. So what I decided to do was, there's a beautiful big sentiment here. I'm going to stamp that with my Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to let it dry, because when I was doing my sample card, I stamped it, then I took it over and I cut it out. And when I cut it out, I smudged my ink. So I'm actually going to stamp that on a piece of Whisper White with my Blackberry Bliss. And as you can see, it stamps beautifully. And then I'm just going to pop that aside and I'm going to let that dry. And then I will go back later on and I will cut it out. One of the things that we have in our new catalogue is these delicata inks. Now we have silver, gold, and we also have, is it here? Yep, copper. Now these are metallic inks, and I can tell you they are stunning. So I decided to use some of this. You got the paper the other day, Deborah? Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I decided to use some of this delicata ink and show you how it works. So we've got a Whisper White piece of cardstock here, and I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to ink up with my silver delicata ink. I'm going to ink up that gorgeous snowflake spray. Okay. Now, this may be hard for it to come out on the video here. I'll see, and I'll probably bring it up closer to, oh no, you can see it. Okay, so I'm just stamping quite a lot of these snowflakes all around, because I'm doing this as a bit of a background, okay? I'm also going to stamp it down this way. What's Anne saying to me? Well, I love your creative as good taste color match like decorations, one of my favorite. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna bring that up. So hopefully we can get it in the light. Look at that shimmer. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a bit hard in that light. The light's a bit bright, but okay. So I've just stamped that. Now, the other thing is, pop that aside because that will take a little while to dry as well. You got these today, the inks, Sharon, they're gorgeous. Now, they are pigment ink, but I have been using my chamois, and as you can see, it's coming off my stamp with the chamois. So, I'm actually not sure about the correct cleaning method, but I can tell you the cleaning with the chamois is working. So, I'm just going with the flow, and I'm thinking if the chamois is working, let's just use the chamois. So, okay, so I'm going to pop that. I actually have another, I can do that and then I can pop it all aside. So I'm gonna put the lid on my Delicata ink so I don't get that all over me. Okay, so in this stamp set, we have this beautiful spray here as well. So I decided just to put a bit of color in the background with the Blackberry Bliss. So I'm just going to ink that up, and I'm just going to stamp down a spray over this way and another one like that. Now you don't have to panic about what's happening here because our sentiment label is going to cover that up. So then I want another one down through the bottom and another one over this way. Okay, now I'm going to pop that aside. So as you can see, our sentiment's going to cover up all that workings, but it's given me a bit of colour in behind. All right. So now what I'm going to do is with my, pop that one aside, with my framelit, I'm going to take it, I might bring, it will probably wobble around, but I'll bring my Big Shot in to view and we'll cut out this. Now, I have marked my framelit because this framelit is actually longer one side than what it is the other. Okay, so it's not square, it's actually a rectangle. So when I was doing my sample one, I actually cut it the wrong way and ended up, I probably could have made my card go the other way, but I didn't want it to go that way. So just gonna go and grab the Big Shot and bring it in. It's right here. That. And I'm just gonna use my magnetic plate. I've got another fun thing too on another card that I'm doing. It's a fun product that we have available. So lots of surprises today. Okay, so I'm actually going to cut that so that the length, the longer side is going to be up. So I'm going to make sure I've got that lined up. I'm also going to twist it a little bit so that we can make sure we don't have a speed hump in our Big Shot. Now, bear with me, my table will probably wobble when I do this. Okay, so that's going to cut out my sentiment. Now it's got a beautiful stitched edge all the way around. So it's actually a really fantastic frame. I can see using that framelit on many, many other cards in the future because it's just a good size for a sentiment label. Pop that over there. Okay. So now I'm going to bring those back in. Pop that back in my framelit so I don't lose it. Okay, so now it's time to pop this card together. So of course I've got Blackberry Bliss as my base. I'm going to fold that in half. Now that is cut at my regular size, 5 3/4 inches by 8 inches, folded in half, which gives me that 4 inch by 5 3/4 inch. Now, someone can actually tell me, I'm going to use a product here in a minute, and I didn't double check in the catalogue whether we still keep it or not. So someone may be able to tell me later on. So I'm going to line that up again on our basic grey cardstock. Sorry, I was having a mental blank then. Hey Kathy, how you going? Thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm just going to, with my Tombow, pop that on. So just like so. So just be careful of your silver ink. You can see I'm getting it on my fingers. So just be really, really careful that you don't smudge it. Just takes a little bit to dry. You could probably hit it with the heat gun if you wanted to. Okay, I'm going to pop my sentiment up on some dimensionals. Hey Lisa, how you going? Yeah, it was a funny morning this morning. I got out of bed and I was like not cold at all. And then I went to the gym with the girls this morning. And honestly, I stepped outside and I was like, oh my God, it is freezing. So I don't know why. Our house was really nice and warm, but as soon as I stepped outside, and then we had to go like downtown in Lismore to go to the gym, which it's always like a couple of degrees cooler downtown to what it is in Gunnellabar. And yeah, I can tell you when we got down there, I was like, oh my Lord, it was freezing. Okay, so I'm going to line that up on this gorgeous die cut. Okay. And I'm also going to pop this one up on dimensionals because you know me, I love dimensions. Oh, you nearly forgot to make your card swaps. So Kathy's talking about, I do a card swap. I have a card swap group on Facebook and it is a worldwide card swap group. We do an event once a month. So we do a swap once a month, and what you do is you just click that you're going, you say how many partners you want to have, and I pair you up with that many partners. And they are people all over the world. I've got people in the US, people in the UK that are in the group, people in in Canada that are in the group as well, New Zealand, and Australia. So it's actually quite a great group to be a part of. So if you're interested in sending cards and receiving cards from all over the world, you may want to check out my card swap group. Oh, that's the reason why you don't live in Texas. Is it something about the weather? Oh, it was -4 degrees in New Zealand. Wow. Hey Felicia, how are you? Thank you for joining. Long time no see. How's things with you? I hope everything's well with your family. Okay, so I'm then going to mount that onto my Blackberry Bliss layer. So we've got that popped up. And I'm just going to glue this one down. Yeah, actually, Wendy, can you just tell Anne what the name of the group is? It's called Stamping with DonnaG, handmade, private handmade card swap group on Facebook. That's how you find me. So I'm then just going to pop that on. Doesn't that look super, super pretty? Okay, so now I'm just going to stamp the inside because we need to have the insert. Oh, this is what I wanted to know, whether it's still current. Do we still sell rose glimmer paper? Because doesn't that just make it? I actually think I'll put the large one down the bottom and the small one up the top. But isn't that just beautiful? So I'm going to add those. I'm actually going to do them on a glue dot, I think. But I don't know whether we still sell the rose glimmer paper. Can someone type in, do we, the nail color matches? Yes. And saying that my nail matches. I love this color. And I love this color so much that I have feature walls in my house. This color. That is the color of feature walls in my house. You don't see a feature wall out here in my work, but yes, I do. My lounge room wall is that color. My bedroom wall is that color. I have another in the second lounge room, it's that color as well. Okay, so I think that just finishes it off. But I'm not real sure whether we still, I haven't checked out the comments here, whether we still sell the rose. We do. Jessica's saying we do. Yes, to rose. Okay, that's great. So I haven't used something that's retired on the card, so that's really good. Okay, we're going to stamp an insert for that because we want it to look really, really pretty on the inside. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my scrap bit of paper again. I'm going to use that gorgeous spray again, and we'll ink that up. And I think I'm just going to do a gorgeous spray of those snowflakes at the bottom. Ink it up a little bit more just to get that little bit there done. Okay, so that looks pretty. And then I think I'm going to bring in some of the Blackberry Bliss as well, just to make it look like it matches the front. So I think I'm just going to go like that and like that. I think that looks super cute for the inside. Now I've got to carefully put this in and not smudge it. Thank you, Jessica. Jessica's even putting the number up. I'm not sure if it is the same number either for USA or Australia. But anyway, you can find it in my online store. You just got to go to donnagray.stampinup.net and you can find it. So I'm just going to, I'll take that out of the way. Pop that back over there. Pop this on the inside of my card. And there you have your insert done as well. So that is a really, really, like, I think it's very striking with the colors, the difference in the colors. I always like a really nice, dark, deep feature color. Okay, so I'll make another card with this. So I'm going to go the opposite side of the spectrum now, and instead of having a dark, striking color, I decided what I would do is actually use some lighter colors. So I've cut out with our white glimmer paper. I think it's called Diamond glimmer paper. Sorry, the names are escaping me at the moment. I've got, and I'm just going to poke out all these little pieces because I cut this out beforehand, but I hadn't really poked all the pieces out. You've got nothing else better to do but to watch me poke little pieces out, have you, for the afternoon? Okay. So this is one of the gorgeous pieces of the designer series paper that goes with this frosted foliage. So we've got the gorgeous color. I could do that color on the back. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Or do I want to do the silver? What do you think, people? That? Okay, so tell me silver or blue. Type in the comments, silver or blue. Which one do you think I should do? Silver for the DSP or blue? I actually think I like it that way. I wasn't going to do it that way, but I think I like it that way. What do you think? Jessica's saying sparkle. Is that what it's called? Sparkle paper? Hey Jenny. Hey Jean. How you going? Hey Glenda. Silver, blue, blue. Okay, we have two blue. We have three blue. We have 4 blue. Okay, we're going to do the blue. Blue has been the consensus. Just tidy up this. Okay. We will use the blue. I didn't even look at it that way. It's really funny, but the blue's quite striking, isn't it? I'm just going to clean that stamp before it dries on there. Here I am telling you, make sure you clean it with your chamois. Okay, so I'll clean that. And I'll clean that. And I think I'll also clean that sentiment because I think I'm going to use it for this one as well. Okay. And I haven't got my ink pad out. I think I probably need balmy blue for this one. So I'll see if I can find my balmy blue, which is right there. Okay. Yeah, I think that blue's quite pretty, isn't it? Okay, gonna bring in a scrap piece of cardstock here. And I'm gonna ink up that sentiment again with my balmy blue. My comments are not scrolling, so I do apologize if I'm missing people's comments. You love the blue? It's gorgeous, isn't it? Balmy blue is one of my favorites as well. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that right in the middle of that white piece of cardstock. Look, and it's amazing you're not hearing machines because we sold our block of land and we have machines going everywhere at the moment. And so we've got diggers, we've got things all happening. But yeah, there was a bird that was just singing around. I'll pop that aside. So I think I'm going to use some of our silver edged ribbon as well. Sorry, I've just lost my computer. I have no idea why. So I probably can't see comments, people, so I do apologise if I can't see your comments because I've just gone off the air with my computer. We'll try and get it to go back on. Let's see what happens. Anyway, I'll just...
Yeah, like up to the left of all of the words. I mean up the right.
Denny Lee. Denny Lee.
Go to the right side.
Denny Lee.
Great.
Denny. Can you get my cord for my computer, please? Ah, my children are ignoring me. Okay. I'll pop that on with my liquid Tombow. So I'm sorry people, I've gone off the air. I cannot see your comments, so I do apologise because my computer has just decided that the battery has died. I need the cord for the computer, please. Okay, so I'm going to stick some double-sided tape because I want to put some of the ribbon on the side here. So I'm going to stick some double-sided tape on there. And pop my ribbon on. And now my phone's ringing, everything's happening. It's all happening at once. So I'm just going to pop that silver edged ribbon just down the side here. I'm going to have to go and get my cord for my computer because I can't stand not seeing everybody's comments. Okay, so we've got the ribbon there. And then I'm going to pop that on, which I think looks stunning. I'm just going to go and get my computer cord. Just bear with me. Sorry everyone, I'm back. Did you like that card that you've been staring at there for a while? Okay, let's see if I can get the computer sitting here and plugged in. And I might be able to see your comments again. Okay, so I'm going to cut with that framelit, I'm going to cut that sentiment out. With my big shot. Sorry, my table's not as stable as it used to be and it's a little bit worrisome. Okay, and once again where I've marked my framelit so that I make sure that I've got the long length going up the right way, and then I'll just turn that a little bit so we don't get a speed hump. And cut that out. We've got that beautiful stitched label again. It's nice having a table back behind me as well that I can just pop everything on. It's fantastic. Instead of being stuck in a little room like I used to be in a spare bedroom. Okay, so let's now bring this back here. And I've got a white card base, so I've used the Whisper White Thick base for this. And I'm going to pop that on there like so. So I use my Tombow. Okay, bear with me now. I've got the computer hopefully going. So who out there today, who's got their tickets for Onstage? Now Onstage is a great get-together that we have with all Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. You can purchase a ticket, and how I explain it to people is, I feel like it's a little bit like Oprah Winfrey, like her, you know how you see her shows and she says, okay, we're going to do a giveaway, who wants a prize? Well, Onstage is a little bit like that. We get to see lots and lots of new products and things, and we also get to play with new products. But they have prize patrol and it's just super, super fun. So I've registered to go to Sydney in November, and quite a few of my team members have registered this time. So I'm super, super excited. And the beauty of Onstage this time is it's the recognition of everybody's achievements throughout the Stampin' Up! Year. So it's like the final wrap up of how Stampin' Up! Have gone for the year and things, and it's a really fantastic event. So I've got I think there's about 9 of my team members going, so I'm super excited to have that many of my team heading to Onstage. So I'm just going to pop that, so I've popped it up on dimensionals and then popped it on the front of my card. I'm also going to pop up my sentiment here on dimensional. I still haven't got my computer going, people. I've got it going, but it's still not, I think it's on its last legs. I think it's had its day somehow. So I'll pop some dimensionals on that sentiment. Okay. So we'll pop that in the middle just there. Okay. And with my ribbon, I think I'm going to tie just a cute bow and pop a bow on. So So tying the bow, so you may want to see me do that again. So what I do is I create a loop first, because people often ask me about my bows and how I tie them. So I create a loop first, and as you can see, the loop, I don't actually have it straight on top of each other. I actually have it at an angle, so that you're ready to wrap this one around. So you wrap it around, but you make sure that it all stays in the one direction so it doesn't twist at all. And then when you get it wrapped around that loop that you've made, you then just bend it and poke it through that loop that you've made. And then you get a really, really super cute bow. Then you just rearrange the size of your loops until you get it to what size you want. And when you get it sitting the way you want it, as you can see, I pulled those top two and the bottom two all at once. And you'll find that that actually makes your tails hang down on your bow. So it's a super cute way of getting your bow to sit really nicely. So I'm just gonna cut that, the end, if I can. Okay, that way and that way. So we've got a cute bow there. That's really pretty. I had it in my head making this card, but wow, when it's come together, that looks stunning. Sorry if I do say so myself. Sounds like I've got tickets on myself, but I don't mean it like that. I'm just like, I'm really surprised at how pretty it looks. And then just with a glue dot, pop your bow on there. So how super cute is that one? So we've got like the two opposite, like you've got a really pastel look, and then your gorgeous dark Blackberry Bliss. So you can see the difference in how stunning it can be with a dark color, and then how cute it can be with some nice soft pastels. So there is actually a pinkish one in this, so you could use like maybe some of our Blushing Bride with it, or yeah, probably Blushing Bride. I have seen people use Highland Heather with it because it has a little bit of a mauvey purplish tinge. So but you can get some super, super cute, lovely cards. Okay, so I'll pop that aside and we'll move on to the next one. Now the next one, I'll pop all those in there so I'll get them out of the way. The next one is super fun because who doesn't love a snowman? So my next one is using the gorgeous Snowman Season Bundle. So we have some gorgeous designer series paper. So I'm going to actually show you, there's a super fun thing that I found out. So we've got some gorgeous designer series paper that comes with this one. Little cute little snowman, it's all double-sided. So we've got cute little snowman, we've got a gorgeous coastal cabana. The colours in this is just stunning. We've got some gorgeous little mittens, and on the other side a beautiful stripe with real red as well. We've got some gorgeous trees, and I don't know whether you can see in the light, but we have shimmer on our trees, which is super, super cute. So we've got trees on one side, and I think it's Flirty Flamingo, Real Red, and Coastal Cabana. And we've got red stripes with a fine Coastal Cabana stripe on the other side, which is really, really cute. Okay, I'm back on board again, everyone. I can see your comments. We've got some gorgeous little snow beanies and hats, and there's shimmer on that too. I'm trying to get it in the light that you can see. Very hard to see. Sorry, I'm so new to where everything is here in this room. Gorgeous snowmen. Now these snowmen are super cute. They're glittery, so they're gorgeous, and there's gorgeous stripes on the other side. So we've got snowmen there with scarves and hats and things, and they're super cute. And they're playing around in the snow and things. And we've got another piece of designer series paper, and it's got snowmen without hats, snowmen with hats. And you'll see what I'm about to do, and you can probably see here. Our snowman punches out the snowmen. So I'm actually going to punch this snowman out here, and then I'm going to show you a fun, super cute thing that we're going to do. So I'm going to line him up in my punch. So we've got this gorgeous punch that goes with our snowman, and it's a snowman builder punch. Now, as you can see, the hat punched out of that, but look, we've got gorgeous spots on the other side, and look, instantly we've got a red hat for our snowman. If we want to use a red hat, we can give him a red hat. We can give him a Coastal Cabana hat. We can give him red arms if we want to give him some red arms. Isn't he cute? Okay, and then the cuteness even gets better. We have this gorgeous embellishment kit, and it has cute little snowballs. It has little arms and legs and buttons and noses and things. And it also has these super cute little felt beanies, scarves, and little mittens. So that's super, super cute as well. So we might use some of that to decorate this cute little snowman. So if you don't have the stamp set, I'm actually not going to stamp. I'm going to show you what we can do without the stamp set. But I'm going to show you something really, really exciting that I have discovered. So this is the stamp set that goes with it. So we have the Snowfall season and the gorgeous Snowman Builder Punch. Okay, so that's the bundle. It comes in a bundle, so you save 10%. So what I've done is I've paired it all up with Real Red and Coastal Cabana, because that's the colouring that's in the designer series paper. So I've actually used a bit of our basic grey, and I've ran it through an embossing folder that is our bricks, I don't know whether it's bricks and mortar, but the brick embossing folder anyway. So I'm going to show you something that is super, super fun that I have discovered with this brand new Snowfall Accents puff paint. It is super, super fun. So I just want to show you something that I've discovered with this. Now I'm going to need my scrap piece of paper again. I'll move the stamp set out of the way, and I'll bring in my scrap piece of paper. I'll pop all that aside. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use, is my little spatula thing here? Yes, yes it is. Okay, so I'm going to use some of our embossing spatulas, and I'm going to shake this really, really well. And sorry, I can't even see everyone's comments because I've got it over here to the side now. How do you use the snowballs? Catherine said. Just with either some liquid Tombow. We might try putting some snowballs on. We'll put some snowballs around and we'll have a bit of a play. Yes, Jenny's saying maybe use some glue and stick it to the paper. So we'll have a look. But this is what they call the Snowfall Accents. So you're going to look at that and you're going to go, what in the world are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to do this. You wait until you see what this stuff does. This is fantastic. So I'm just going to play around and put that all over the bricks, okay? Now, it's messy, so don't panic. You're going to get it everywhere, but that's what the scrap piece of paper is for. And then I'm going to bring in my heat tool. And this will be a little bit noisy, but we're going to heat it. And I actually think I'm going to zoom in so you can see this actually happen. Okay, so we're going to put it on high heat. And we're going to hold the heat tool on this. Now, you won't see it straight away, but you will see it happen. This actually puffs up. See it happening down here in the corner? And it puffs up and it goes it's really funny, like a bit of a rubbery feel. It's super cute, but can you see that puffing up? It's super awesome. I've had so much fun playing with this. And yes, you're gonna say it's gonna warp all the cardstock, but I can tell you, you use some double-sided tape and stick it on the front of your card onto a layer, and it works beautifully. It does flatten out a bit anyway after you've done it. I had so much fun doing this the other day. So it looks like snow on a brick wall. You should go to bed, Kathy, but you want to see the puff paint? I love it. Now, if you had it thicker, you could actually recoat if you wanted to have it like in thicker bits in places. You could recoat it again and go again. So if you see any shiny bits, that means that you need to heat a little bit more. If you see some shiny bits. Okay, but look at that. I'm gonna turn it over so I can flatten out my card a bit. Look at that. Who absolutely thinks that is fantastic? Jenny says, not fair, I can't play with it until during the daytime. I'm not to use the heat tool after 10 p.m. I can understand, Jenny. It could be a little bit loud in the house. Ah, dear. But now you can see I've used the heat tool. It's dry, it's touchable, it's bendable. But is that not super awesome? Look at that. It gives that brick wall an old aged look, but I think it's super, super cute. Thank you very much for the hearts, everyone. I can tell you when I discovered it, I was like, wow, I love this stuff. Okay, so, oops, I just unraveled all of my ribbon. So we've got this gorgeous ribbon. I'll put that in this gorgeous striped diagonal ribbon, which I thought goes really, really well with the cardstock and with the designer series paper. So I decided to use some of that. Okay, so now you may say, but that's, oh sorry, I'll zoom back out again. You may say, but that's all warped and crinkled up. And yes, that's true. But whenever you emboss, one of the main things is use your double-sided tape to then stick onto your cardstock so it sits really flat. Now, if I stick this onto a flat piece of cardstock using my double-sided tape and use more tape than what you would normally do, so make sure you tape right around the very edges and pop some tape in the middle as well, and it will sit flat. And probably if you had more time and let it cool more, it would probably sit flatter the more it cools down. But I can tell you, this puff paint is super, super fun. I was like, when I first used it, I'm like, is it supposed to be that runny? But then when you see what it does, you can understand why it's like it is. But just using your spatula, just like you do with your molding paste. So super, super fun. And I think you could drizzle it and pop it on trees and things. So you could be more controlled with how you do it. It is fairly runny, so beware that it is quite liquid. Because I was thinking it would have come out a little bit more solid, but it didn't. So so just be careful with when you're applying it, because it does come out quite liquid. Okay, so I've got a piece of real red cardstock here, cut just to give me a nice border all the way around my brick wall. So I'm just going to stick that down, and because I've used double-sided tape, look at that, flattens out. Okay, so there you go. You've got a gorgeous brick wall on your cardstock. So I'm going to use a base of Coastal Cabana. And I'll use my bone folder to crease that. Okay, I've got, this is the other side of the small snowman. So I'm using the Coastal Cabana side, and I've got a tiny minute red border, so it just gives a splash of red on there. So I use my liquid glue for that. Yes, Nancy, I'm still live. I'm going for a while. I don't even know what time it is, but I don't have to pick my child up from school because my eldest daughter did that for me. So I have no commitment. So I'm here to craft with you, ladies, and have a good time. So there, I've got a really nice little border all the way around. Hey Angie, how you going? And I'm going to, I think I'm going to just glue that one down. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape again just to make that go even flatter onto that base as well. If I can find the end of my double-sided tape. There it is. It's a problem when you get older and your eyesight goes, you can't see things. You can't see the ends of the double-sided tape. You can't see the ends of the ribbon. You can't see the ends of your metallic thread. Okay, I'm just going to pop one in the middle. Oh, and gentlemen, I am so sorry, Matthew. I do apologize. I do that to you all the time, don't I? I keep forgetting. But you always let me know, which is fantastic. Hello from Michigan in the USA. Hello, Robin. How are you? Thank you for joining me. I hope you're enjoying some of this crafting. I hope you didn't miss that snow puff paint, because that's super awesome. There's so many exciting things in the new catalogue, and as I said to you before, if you simply cannot wait, our catalogue, all the products in our catalogue go live on the 4th of September. Now the 4th of September is 2 weeks away, and if you simply cannot wait that long to get your hands on these products, just join my team. It's really easy. I have the answer. If you live in Australia, just join my team. Pay $280, you get $280 worth of product to choose from, and you only pay $169. Fantastic bargain. And then you get 20% discount off all your orders. So, you know, it's a no-brainer. I can tell you it was the best decision I ever made. And you don't have to, everyone says, do I have to do videos like you do? No, you don't have to do videos. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. But if you do want to, yes, you can do videos and you can do lots of things. And I have now just got back from my Greece incentive trip, and that was super awesome to be able to earn that trip and to meet all of these awesome demos from all over the world. And I will be off to Maui next year. So do you know what? If I had never joined Stamping Up, I would not be traveling overseas like that. I actually had a man say to me this morning, because I've got my New Zealand jumper on, because that was my first trip, was to go over to On Stage in New Zealand, my first trip overseas. And he said to me this morning something about, are you proud of, he thought I was a Kiwi. So if there's any New Zealanders here watching, you'll think this is funny. He looked at me and he said, oh, I thought you were from New Zealand. I thought you were quite proud of your New Zealand jumper. I said, no, it was just my first overseas trip and I love the jumper. Like, and he laughed. I was like, yeah, that's all there is. And it's actually quite a nice warm jumper. Like if I bought anything like that here in Australia, it's not warm enough. So it's actually quite nice. It's got a nice thickness. So I've put that gorgeous diagonal ribbon. Thank you, Bev. Guess we are the Night Owls group in the States. Yeah, there's quite a few of you up. What time is it over there? Tell me what time it is. What time is it in the States? Okay, so I'm going to put that up on dimensionals. because it's, what time is it? It's 18 minutes past 2 in the afternoon here on Tuesday afternoon here in Australia. Sylvia, you're in New Zealand. I can tell you I loved Auckland. I thoroughly enjoyed my trip to On Stage over there. Auckland was fantastic. I didn't get to see much, but I did go to Rotorua. So I actually got to see all the mud pools and the, I'm not sure how it's, geysers, the active one there. It was super, super fun. Like to see that steam coming out of the ground is just amazing. 9:20 p.m. in Washington, 11:19 in Illinois, 11:19 in Minnesota, 11:20 in Canada, 9:20 in California, 12:19 here in Georgia, 9:19 Monday night. Wow. Well, thank you all for joining me, and I'm so glad that you're giving up your sleep to watch me craft. Okay, so we've got that on there, and now we've got our cute little snowman. I think he needs to have a red hat. I think he needs a red hat on this. Okay, there's a stamp here that says "Let It Snow." I think I'm going to stamp that on a piece of white, Whisper White cardstock. Or, no, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stamp it on a bit of Whisper White cardstock and we'll cut it out with a punch. Okay, Let It Snow. And I think I'm going to do it in real red. I left myself a bit of white cardstock here to do it. So we'll ink that up and stamp it down there. Let it snow. Cute. Okay, now I'm just going to get one of my circle punches. I wonder will the 1.5 do it? We will see if 1.5 will do it. Yes, 1.5 will do it. I was going to use 1 3/4, but we don't sell it anymore, so I need to stop using it. Okay, and we have some real red here. So I might do Starburst out of the real red. There. That back up there. But you know what? I feel like I need to use the 1 3/4 inch. I really do. I know that we don't sell it anymore, but I need a Coastal Cabana little circle there. So I'm sorry, I know we can't get this anymore, but I have no idea why Stampin' Up took it away, because it's the perfect size for lots of things. Look at that. Now, doesn't that look pretty? Of course it does. Hawaii is at least 1 hour behind you. During daylight savings, they are 2 hours behind you. You love the snowman, Deborah? It's cute. Super cute. Okay. I'll pop that up with some dimensionals because we need a bit of dimension on there. And pop it on there. And more dimension again. And pop it on there. Okay. So that's got that bit done. Now we need to get our snowman sorted. I think his hat looks cute. So we need some arms for sure. So we've got some arms. Do we need some mittens? Because we can get some red mittens out of here. Look at that. Oh, we were going to use the snowballs, weren't we? Okay, we'll try that. Got the mitten there. Okay. I'll get the snowballs out because we might need them. Okay. Pop that aside. Now, I really feel like I need to pop him up. I will. I'll pop him up on some dimensionals. There's 6 different time zones in the States. Yeah. I can't understand it. And then my father went, well, we have different time zones in Australia, you know. If you're in Western Australia, you'd be different to South Australia. And if you're in South Australia, you'd be different to New South Wales. I'm like, yeah, I know, but, you know, just sounds so funny. Like when people are starting to talk about their time over there in the States, it's just amazing, the time difference. One day I will get to meet you over in the States. I can't wait. One day I'm going to get there. Okay, so I'm going to just have him there. I'll have to pop his hat up on a dimensional as well. And pop that on his head. So, like, so. That's so cute. Okay, now we need to get his little arms. Might try my will I do tweezers? Yeah. No, I think I'm going to do my pokey tool. Yeah. Okay, so one arm. And the other arm. I think he needs to be excited, doesn't he? He needs to have his arms up. Well, I don't know whether I want to use these. We could probably pop them maybe on the sentiment, actually. That could be quite cute. Got to pop my sentiment on there. Okay, so I'm going to glue that on. Now I can tell you, I have used these felt little mittens and things before, and it's a little bit difficult to get these felt things to stick. So I'm actually going to use some glue dots, and I'm going to pop some glue dots on my sentiment where I want my little mittens to sit. So one there and one like so. So glue dots are the things. I tried to use liquid glue with it, and all it does is it soaks up into the felt and doesn't stick. So you definitely need to use glue dots for that. Hey Linda, how you going? I have the mittens throwing the snowballs. Anyway, look, we're gonna have a go at this. We'll probably end up with snowballs everywhere, but anyway. I'm thinking a pile of snow around him. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a bit of glue here. I'm going to tip some of the snowballs into the glue. Whoa! How many snowballs did we need in the glue? We've got all of them. Okay. Going to end up with a mess here. Keep sticking to my fingers. Okay, I'm just going to let them rest on there. Who wants some snow? Oh dear. Snowballs everywhere. I didn't mean to tip the whole lot out. Okay. Well, that's cute. Look at them. I've now got them all over my hands, but okay, I'm going to use tweezers and get them to stick. So you got to hold them into the glue and get them to stick on there. Oh, who wants them? They're everywhere. If I didn't have glue on my fingers, I'd be all right. Is everyone loving seeing me struggle with these? Nah. I'm giving up on the snowballs. There's a few on there. They don't look too bad. A couple of snowballs. Oh, he's got some on his face. I don't think he needs them on his face. You need to stick them up there. They keep sticking to my finger. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think I'll worry about the snowballs. I have them everywhere, but anyway. I'm going to tie a bow because I want a cute little bow on here. I think we've got a few stuck on there. So as you can see, it's cream on one side and red on the other. So that's super cute as well. So we'll just tie a little bow. What's the consensus on the snowballs? We won't bother with them? Yeah, Angie's saying she used glue dots on the felt because the felt, it just won't stick if you use anything else. Yeah, I think it's not, snowballs are probably not real successful trying to stick them on, but anyway. We've got a couple on there. So a glue dot. Actually, maybe glue dots might be better for sticking the snowballs on too. Maybe they will stick into the glue dots better. I might try that. I'm not going to let it beat me. So we have a cute little bow there. Okay, I'm going to stick some glue dots on here and see if we can get those snowballs to stick in the glue dots. Try again. Got tweezers here that have... Yes, that's it. Glue dots. Well, there you go. You've learnt from my mistake. Glue dots we need. There you go. Consensus is glue dots are the thing. We'll have a snowball up here, like he's juggling some snowballs. Look at that. They stick in it, no problem whatsoever. Couple there. Yes. There we go. We have found the solution. That'll do. I'll pop some snowballs back in. So there you go. Snowballs, you need glue dots. Everybody, that's just totally made it successful. Look at that. How cute is that? I love this set. Love, love, love. I must say. Doris is saying it's too much like hard work. Well, Doris, you know, I suppose it's up to me for me to discover what it's like, but I've got snowballs everywhere now, which is a little bit of a problem. I'll try and get them all back into my bag, which that's going to be fun. Getting them back in. Actually, not too bad. It's typical styrofoam. It just goes everywhere. But anyway, look, they're going back in. Look at that. I got them back in. So I've got more snowballs now. And the trick is definitely to, I know what else we could use on this, just to make this look super, super cute. I've got more things. Watch out, there's still snowballs hanging around here. There's 3 that are still out. The snowflake sequins. Let me see if I can find my sequins. Yep. We definitely need some snowflake sequins. Thank you for showing you how to stick them on, Angie. Well, I found out the hard way. But you know what? That's okay. Look at these. Are these not to die for? Look at these sequins. They are awesome yumminess. Okay. So I'm going to pop some little snowflakes on here too. Oh. And that's not the right glue. Whoops. I just put puff paint on there. Hang on, I need to dry it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to puff this up again. Or will it wreck my card? It might wreck my card. No, I'm going to get a baby wipe and wipe it off. I thought it was my liquid Tombow and it wasn't. I think it's nearly time for me to stop. There, got rid of that. Okay, try the right bottle will be good. Okay, so I'm gonna pop some little dobs of glue around so we can get some cute little snowflakes happening. Okay, now this is where our pokey tool comes in handy. Our putty end. We can pick up our little snowflakes and stick them on. There. 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 Wow, there's all different size snowflakes in here. So cute. There. There's one down there. Oh, we might stick one of those there. Oh, one up there. And one up there. How cute are those snowflakes? Did I get all my glue dots? Yep. I feel like I need one on here. That's too cute. One there. Look at that. Okay. The snowflake sequins have definitely set that off. Look at that. How cute are they? See you later, Jenny. Oh, see you, Sylvia. Okay, I'm just going to bring those cards back in now, that what we've done today, so we can have a bit of a run over what we've done. So we have our gorgeous cards there and our beautiful snow front. So some super, super cute cards. Hopefully you enjoyed that crafting today. So I'm thinking, do I want to hold up this one and this one? How's that? Is that a good picture? Just kidding. Or do I hold up my snowman? Which way do I go? That way. It's super cute too. Like, isn't that just cute? Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Now, if you've got your $9 vouchers that you have earned, is it $9 vouchers we had? Yes. You only have 2 weeks left to cash those in, so make sure you place your orders. I would really appreciate your online orders. I also have my 2-day retreat, so please check that out on my website. It's $150 to do just the basic retreat. There's also optional classes. It can be done as an online retreat as well. So the online retreat, you just pay an extra additional $18 to get it posted out to you, but you get everything that everybody gets in the in-person event. You get it all in a box delivered to your door, and you will get videos and PDF versions of instructions of how to do all of the things in the retreat. I have 2 weekends that I'm doing it. One is the 21st and 22nd of September. The next one is the 28th and the 29th of September. I have a few spots left in the 21st and 22nd. I have a few more extra spots left in the 28th and 29th. So, but spots are limited. It's filled up quite fast. I'm overwhelmed by how many people have been excited about my 2-day retreats. Now, I'll be holding 2-day retreats 4 times a year. So please keep an eye on my business page. They will be... when new catalogs are coming out is when the retreats will happen. So there will be all products out of the brand new catalogs. So the retreat in September is all products that are in the holiday catalog. So it's awesome, fun Christmas crafting. So if you're interested in my 2-day retreat, please jump on over to my website, which is stampinwithdonnag.com. Check out the online retreat tab, and it will give you all the information. It tells you all of the optional classes. The Snowman season is one of the optional classes, so it will be super, super fun. Also, the still scenes is another optional class. And the third optional class is the itty bitty greetings, itty bitty Christmas greetings. So it's going to be a really fun weekend. You can bring, there's 2 weekends, as I said, I'm doing it. You can bring your own crafting and work on your own products as well. There's 8 make and takes that you'll be doing throughout the whole weekend. There is a $60 goodie bag. There is pillow gifts, just like the incentive trip. There's 5 pillow gifts that you get throughout the whole weekend. There'll be candy, there'll be coffee, there'll be tea, there'll be lots and lots of fun to have. So if you're interested in my 2-day retreat, full payment is due by the 30th of August. So if you want to grab a spot, you need to book and pay by the 30th of August. A $50 deposit will secure your spot, but the full payment has to be paid by the end of August. And we will have a super, super fun time. So thank you all for joining me this afternoon. It's been an awesome time crafting with you again. And as I said, I'm so sorry for being missing action the last couple of weeks, but I will be back to my regular time slot at 1 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon next week again. And I will see you all same place, same channel. So until then, have a lovely time crafting. Please enjoy your crafting. Share pictures of your crafting. I would love to see some of the things that you're working on. Just share it to my business page. I would love to have a look at what you're playing around with. And as I said, if you wanted to join my team, please feel free to message me or jump on over to my website and click on the Join Now tab to see the special, because I would love to have you as one of my Wild Heart Crafters. We're going to have an awesome time at On Stage. There's quite a lot of us that have booked, and we're all staying around the same area. It's going to be a super, super fun weekend in November. So thank you, everyone, and until next time, have a lovely time crafting. Bye for now.